Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's video I'm going to be doing more of an introduction to everyone, and I'm going to post a picture at the end of the video to kind of so you guys can see who's who and what's the age and what they all look like, because I feel like at some point they're going to make an appearance in these videos, but not all the time. So to recap, this week it has been very, very, very hectic. Friday was Mingo's birthday, so we celebrated that. And then Saturday, Oreo and Munchkin both had to take the ACT. Munchkin is 13, so she took it as an incoming 8th grader. And Oreo is actually going to be a junior this year. So this is her second time taking it. She took it also when she was 13, so this is her second time taking it. And then after that, we were very, quietly, none of us know what's going on, but we were told, hey, can you go grab some 5 outfits for the babies, and then a very nice outfit, a really, really good outfit. And so that was done. And then we kept packing. And then I was like, oh, so where are we going? Mom was like, oh, I don't know where we're going. I don't know. And this is the first time she's kept me in the dark. Not sure how I feel about it. Because I don't know how I'm going to prepare the kids. Because there's 9 of them. But I don't have to worry about 3. So that's a good thing. But it's the 3, maybe 4 little ones can't do very well in long car rides, so I kind of have to prepare ahead of time. I still don't know, and we were still packing today, so I still don't know where we're going, and it's bugging me. But anyways, so we've been non-stop packing, and so I was supposed to post Friday, didn't do that because of Mingo's birthday, and then I was supposed to post yesterday, but then so much chaos was happening, I completely forgot and escaped my mind, and I ended up going to bed extremely early. And so I'm going to post today. But I'm going to try to keep the schedule of Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays of posting videos. To kind of give you an update of how crazy my life is. So the Envy is packed. I'm going to be getting up at the butt crack of dawn because I have to help make sure I can get everyone ready, since there are 12 of us leaving tomorrow. A total of 12 of us leaving tomorrow. So you have Mom, Dad, Oreo, Mango, Munchkin, Cupcake, Juice, Bubs, Roly Poly, Mingo, myself, and Goose. Goose is the baby. So now for an introduction on who's here. I'm gonna go youngest to oldest. So as the baby of the family, we have Maggie. She's the dog. Absolutely adorable. She is a hyperallergenic golden doodle because Munchkin is allergic to pretty much everything underneath the sun, so except for literally the sun. She's allergic to everything but the sun. So Maggie is absolutely adorable. She is so lovable. She is, I believe, 3 years old now, 4, roughly 3 or 4 years old, and she is adorable. We all love her. She gives the best cuddles. And I will be posting a picture of Miss Maggie Mew at the end of this video. And next on the list we have Goose. Goose is 7. She doesn't turn 8 until September, and she is the better half of the Double Trouble crew. She's extremely sweet. She's very, very smart. She, as a first grader, when she was pulled out of public school to be homeschooled, she was already working on 2nd grade work as a first grader. So she's now starting 2nd grade work, but I think she can kind of do a little bit of 3rd grade work, just depending on what it is. So she's very, very smart. She has spina bifida, so pretty much the one she has, I can't remember the name of it. When I do, I'll probably end up just posting a little bit more facts about it, or I may just do another video on my 4 spina bifida warriors and which kind they have. So Goose has spina bifida. She wears AFOs on both feet. She also was born with club feet. She's had multiple surgeries to fix that. She has another surgery that she's going to have to take to do because she's had multiple leg surgeries. and she's got to have another one to fix her knee because her leg is straight. Above her knee is straight, below her knee is straight. Somewhere within the knee is messed up, so her leg is like awkward. So she has a big brace and a tiny brace. She occasionally wears a big brace, but it just depends. But brace has broken multiple times too. So she currently wears her smaller AFOs, and she uses forearm crutches to walk. She has no control over her kidneys or any bowel movements. So she does do an enema every other day, and she does a catheter about 4 to 5 times a day. It's 5 times a day when she does an enema, and it's 4 times a day without doing the enema. She just has to do it because she can't eat. She can't pee like a normal, well, like I can or you can. So she has a catheter 4 to 5 times a day. She does leak. She had a belly button surgery, so she can do her catheter out of her belly button instead of doing it from her lower region. And it's so much easier because it gives the mom, Oreo, and Munchkin a break from doing her catheter, because typically first thing in the morning they would do her catheter because she can't do it herself. So this belly button surgery allows her to be independent, and it is changed so much, but we do still have leaking issues. I think I did I'm not sure if I posted it on my Instagram or not, but I did do a video about that, and we can't control it. She does take medication to kind of help it, but there are moments where she just leaks, and it is what it is. I just go ahead and just swap the sheets out. Next on the list is Mingo, and she just turned 8 on Friday, and it was the biggest flamingo birthday ever. I'll probably post a picture of what it kind of looked like at the end of this video. Mingo is 8. She is the better half of the double triple crew. She is the wild child. She's extremely lovable. She also has spina bifida. Hers is different from Goose because she can use the bathroom just like anybody else. She can use the bathroom just like anybody else, but she does wear an AFO on her baby foot, and she has a shoe lift because her baby foot, her leg, she has one leg that's shorter, and that's the one with her baby foot. I'll post a picture of what her foot looks like, in her shoe lift. Oh, actually, no. There is a picture on my Instagram of Miss Mingo from her birthday, and you can see her wearing a shoe lift. The one that has the shoe lift is the leg that is shorter. She had hip surgery a few months back to kind of fix it, but we don't see much of a difference. So I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be looked at again in the future. Miss Mingo is also going to have surgery to fix her tiny foot because her toe kind of just goes under every other toe. So we'll see what happens. She's expected to have surgery for that, but the doctor who's supposed to do it moved. That was tough, but it just means we're just going to drive a lot further to kind of do the surgery because he can do Goose's surgery. He's the one doctor that can do it without making a mistake, and he's done pretty much all her surgery. Not all of her surgeries, but I think the majority of her leg surgeries. Next on the list is Roly Poly, who also has spina bifida and scoliosis. And he is a quadriplegic. He has zero function from the waist down. Like, his hips are dislocated. I'll post a video of him, like, walking and stuff, and you can kind of see. The way he is set up is his hips are just out of place. He can walk with the use of his AFOs and forearm crutches, but it's just very, very, very difficult for him. And so he has full AFOs. So his go from his feet to like his hips. Whereas Goose and Mingo's only just are like half. So like from their calf down is pretty much. But Goose does have a full leg brace, but she doesn't always use it. So Roly Poly has oxen arms because gets around basically via his wheelchair. And it's not, it doesn't hold him back. Nothing holds this kid back. You could be like, oh, hey, can you help me take out some of the recycling? And he'll be like, yep, I got this. Stick it in his chair, behind his back, in between his back and his wheelchair, and he'll go. This kid is extremely helpful, so very sweet. He does learn a bit slower, as does Mingo, but he's amazing. He's 10 years old, and he's an amazing kid. He is currently in 4th grade, but his work is, he can do 5th grade math. His reading level is more 2nd grade, but everything else is where he's supposed to be for 4th grade. So it varies for him, but he's amazing. Like, this kid is amazing. He, as a 3rd grader, learned multiplication really quick, and he can do he can do 3 numbers already with multiplication. So you can give him a 3, you can give him 2 3-digit numbers, and he will multiply it. He is that good. Next on the list is Bubs. Bubs is also 10 years old. He is virtual twins with Roly Poly. Just like Goose and Mingo are also virtual twins. Mingo was born July 17th. Goose was born September 25th. Bubs was born November 10th. And Roly Poly was born March 21st. 2010. Whereas Bubs is 2009. Technically they're a year apart, but I don't see it as a year apart. I see it as more like 3 months apart. 4-ish months apart. But Bubs has pandas. I will also do a video on that to better explain him, because it has been an extreme roller coaster ride for us. I also forgot to mention, Roly Poly, Mingo, and Goose were all born in China. And I'll also explain that as well. The kind of, not the adoption process, but how each one came into the family. But Bubs is a unique kid. He's so smart. But his attention span is very short, as is his temper. He just, it's very hard. It's very hard for him. Because with pandas, essentially, his brain is literally on fire. It's an autoimmune disorder, and it's tough for us. Because sometimes we can fault him, but sometimes we can't. So, like, when it comes to tearing things up, eating, like, weird things, like the wall, wires, like, Lego pieces, we're just like, we can't fault you for it, you know, because it's just, like, an OCD thing for him. It's tick, I guess, kind of. He's potty trained, but because of his pandas, he does tend sometimes to wet the bed, and so he wears a diaper at bedtime. But for the first time, he hasn't really worn one. I think for last week, he's kind of slow. We're slowly kind of pulling back on him wearing nighttime diapers, because we're wanting him to kind of know that he's okay. He has an attached bathroom in his room, so that's a good thing. So if he has to go, he can go. But we try to make sure he doesn't drink a lot before bed, and he squeezes everything up before bed. Next on the list is Juice. Juice is 12 years old. You met her in the last video before last. She is a goofball. She was adopted from Ethiopia when she was a year old. She is the most kindest person I know. She's very giving, has a heart of gold, and just extremely sweet. She's very smart. She is going to 7th grade, and she is an athlete. She is a runner. She wants to join the dance team, but we'll see. She's been working really hard on her 2 dance routines, so we'll see how it goes. She loves basketball. She loves bike riding. She'll walk for hours. We climbed Mount Pinnacle a few weeks back, and she beat me to the top. And I used to be a climber, but due to my hips um, and hurting them back when I was in the military back in 2013, it hasn't quite been the same. So I do tend to aggravate from time to time. But she can go on for hours. She just goes on and on and on. Next on the list is Cupcake. Cupcake is 13 years old. She was adopted from China when she was 8. Not 100%. I think she was 8. Or she might have been 9. One of the two. She also has spina bifida. She's my 4th spina bifida warrior. She is more leaning towards more Mingo in the spectrum of spina bifida because she doesn't wear AFO. She has inserts in her shoes to kind of help support her feet. She used to wear a nighttime brace, but she no longer needs it, so that's a good thing. She does leak, so she does have to wear a diaper at night. It's nothing against her. It's just the way her body is, because she doesn't have full control of her bladder and her kidney functions. So we try to make sure she squeezes everything out, and she wears an insert every day, and she has to change that multiple times a day because she does tend to leak. She's going into 7th grade. So physically she is a 13-year-old. Mentally she is not. She is younger than that. She is also really at a 3rd grade learning level, but she's working at when she's in school. She's with kids who are more at her learning level, so she's not literally thrust into a 7th grade learning world. Some things she can do as a 7th grader, some things she can't. She technically is supposed to be in 8th grade, but for the better, just because of where she is, it is best that she stays where she is. So she is a 7th grader. She's going to be a 7th grader this year. She's very smart and very artistic, but she does have anger issues. So it's like you could be like, hey, can you go do this, or can you do that? Sometimes it is met with like extreme aggression and attitude, and it's very, very hard on us. And I don't want to get mad at her, but it's like I have a lot of patience. So sometimes like she'll do something and it'll extremely frustrate me, but I always just rein it in, and then I just talk to her in a very calming tone, and I just remind her that I'm not against her. So it always helps for that. And then next on the list is Miss Munchkin. Munchkin is also 13 years old, but she is older than Cupcake by a few months, by like a month and a half. She's going into 8th grade this year. She made the cheer team. Woohoo! And it's been one crazy ride. I met this girl when she was about 9, maybe almost 10. And she and I have clicked. We clicked from day one. She is the little sister I never had. Actually, they're all my little brothers and sisters because I only have one little brother, and he annoys the heck out of me. He'll be 24 this year, and he still annoys me. But Munchkin is basically my best friend. She knows me inside and out. She knows when I need my space. She knows when she needs to just bug me to put a smile on my face. She is my music buddy. She plays flute, piccolo, piano, a little bit of clarinet, and a little bit of trumpet. Whereas I play piano and violin, and I sing. I hate the sound of my voice, but they love it. They love my voice, and so I continue to sing for them. She and I continue to play piano together. I'll post a video on my Instagram page just so you guys can see how well we work together when it comes to piano and with flute and violin. We have done a flute and violin duet together. I'll post a link of my flute/piano Instagram page so y'all can see what I've been doing. I'm not very good with the violin. I'm relearning it, so I have to get rid of my piano wrist and put more looseness into my wrist when I play. It is very hard for me to break out of it. I know when she was learning the flute, she had to break out of her piano wrist as well. She was the first adopted into the family. She was an itty bitty baby at 6 months, and she was the first adopted into the family. and Juice was the next one, followed by Bubs, followed by Mingo, followed by Cupcake, and then Roly Poly and Goose at the same time. Cupcake and Mingo were at the same time, and then Roly Poly and Goose were at the same time. And then Oreo is the biological child. She is 16, and she has been 16 now for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Excuse me. She is just the sweetest kid on planet Earth. I met her when she was 12, almost 13, and the only thing she ever said was thank you. Because I would do her laundry and I would literally bring it up to her and she'd be like, oh, thank you. And then she would shut her door and she was so shy. And then when I left the summer of 2017, well, the fall of 2017, and I came back the summer of 2018, we became best friends. Like, she discovered memes, and it was just the thing that bonded us. And then we bonded over a lot of things. And so we're 9 years apart. So that bond has just gotten stronger over the years now. And she's basically my best friend. She's the little sister I wish I had. And she's just an amazing kid. She, as I mentioned earlier, she did take the ACT. This is her second time taking it. So we'll see how she did in a few weeks. Although for Munchkin and Oreo taking the ACT, it's been postponed and rescheduled multiple times. Sometimes they weren't even told it was rescheduled. But luckily enough, the mom called in and ended up finding out that, hey, it was rescheduled because it was never posted. So they took it yesterday, and we'll see how they do. And last on the list, kid number 9, and the final kid to be brought into the family is Mango. She is 17 years old. She had a birthday back in April, and she is very, very sweet. She was adopted from Vietnam when she was 14, and then put up again for adoption. She was then put up for adoption, and then she was adopted into this family when she was 14. So it was like, get adopted from Vietnam at 14, stay with your foster family for like a few months, and then get adopted again. And it's just been a whirlwind. It was an adjustment because she didn't know much English. Now here we are, fast forward 3 years, and she's grown in her English. It's still a bit difficult, especially when she's writing. It's very hard for her to. She writes the way she speaks. So she did take ESL, and she's going to be a junior, just like Oreo is. She's technically supposed to be a senior, but just because of where she is at school-wise, she's better as a junior than as a senior. She's in all regular classes, whereas Oreo is in pre-AP classes. She has been in pre-AP classes since like middle school. Mango is very, very sweet. She's very artistic. She's very talented, especially when it comes to crocheting and knitting. She has very good handwriting, because it was like one of those things like in Vietnam that they were like, you had to have like perfected. And she's just an amazing kid. She's very, very, very helpful. She's been cleaning a lot. She cleans a lot because it's just how the orphanage ran. So when she's here, she's like, I'm gonna clean this, I'm gonna fix this, and so sometimes it's like, and then when she met me as her nanny, she was kind of still like, I gotta do this, and I was like, okay, take a step back. My job here is to literally make sure y'all aren't running haggard all the time. So I take all that load off, because I do the laundry, I do occasionally do dishes, cleaning the kitchen, vacuuming occasionally, stripping beds if need be, cleaning, like organizing and cleaning inside and outside the house, because I love cleaning. And so yeah, those are all the kids. I will be doing a video to kind of show, I may do a video of the day-to-day life of what I do but I will also be doing a video on my spina bifida warriors, and I will be doing a video on Bubs and his pan/panda's autoimmune disorder, because it is a tough one. And so I don't have a for sure day of when I'm gonna post these videos, because it's a lot of information to kind of grasp and to put together. But that's my crazy life. Since Corona happened, the dad work has been working from home, and most nannies would be like, "Oh my gosh, can they go back to the office? I'm tired of this, like micromanaging and hovering." And for me, that's not the case. My job is to make sure that the delinquents don't raise their voices in the house, because he's on constant calls. He has a lot of meetings, so I make sure that they are quiet. It helps that 5 of them are doing their Becca schooling, so I just have to worry about Cupcake and Mango not murdering each other, verbally at least, because those two cannot get along, which is why they've been nicknamed the twins, because they're the way they act is basically the same, and it frustrates the heck out of us. It really truly does, because we're like, just get along. If you can't get along, separate yourselves from each other. You're gonna be sisters, you might as well create really good memories, lasting memories. But it's just constant bickering, fighting, and it's just like, oh, I don't like when she does this, I don't like when she does that. And it's like, then separate yourselves. Just move on with your day, separate yourselves. And it's a hassle. But fingers crossed one day they'll get along, and hopefully we'll see what the future has in store. Thanks guys for joining me on this journey. I will be posting the picture at the end of this video, so you guys can kind of see who's who. And then I will also be posting a video at the end of this video, because I wanted to kind of share a little bit of who I am and give a piece of me to y'all. So I will be posting a video of me playing a song that I wrote for my sister when I was like 10. It starts off with "You Are My Sunshine," and then the rest of it has been just created from up here. I have 2 different versions of it, but the one version I'm going to share with you is the one version that I've continued to play over the years for my sister whenever she used to have a meltdown or she was just frustrated. I think I may start playing it for Bubs and for Cupcake, because those are the 2 with the main anger issues. So hopefully things will change. Thanks for being on this journey of my crazy nanny life of 9 kids, and I will see you guys soon, and hopefully I will find out where we are going, because supposedly we're leaving tomorrow. So when I find out where we're going, I will post and I will share, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.